Good, good evening, everyone, and welcome. I'm really glad you're here. Today is actually the first time I'm sharing something brand new, and it's something I wish more people understood sooner. Because if you've been feeling stressed, overwhelmed, off in your body, dealing with digestion issues, low energy, or just like you can't fully relax, there's a very real reason for that. And by the end of this, you're going to understand exactly what's going on. And I'm going to give you something you can use in about 60 seconds to start making that shift. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like your body just won't switch off, even when your mind wants to? Like you're tired but wired? Or you finally sit down to relax and your body still feels tense? Or maybe it shows up as digestion being off, energy crashing during the day, feeling anxious for no clear reason, or just feeling not feeling like yourself. If that's you, your body is just stuck in a pattern. Most people think stress is just mental, but it's actually physiological. What's really happening is your nervous system gets stuck in a dysregulated state. And when that happens, it affects everything. Have you ever experienced indigestion, low energy, brain fog, forgetfulness, stress, anxiety, inability to relax, physical pain? Well, let me tell you my own story. When I was growing up, my body was racked with pain. In fact, I don't remember a single day when I was pain-free as I was growing up. My parents and the family doctor didn't have any answers, and I believed that I would live that way for the rest of my life. It wasn't until I was in college with a law major that I had to take an elective class. Going through the list of choices, nutrition stood out. And I became so obsessed with learning that nutrition might be the answer to my own health challenges that my other studies began to suffer. And I ended up changing my major to nutrition. And as a result, I was able to gradually turn my own health around and live a pain-free life for many, many years. I went on to get my certification in both nutrition and iridology, and over the years, I've been blessed to help literally tens of thousands of people who believed they were stuck like I was in a permanent health condition to help them dramatically improve their health. Now, there are hundreds of different symptoms, and they don't have to be permanent. One of the products that made a difference in my own health was fulvic and humic minerals. And for those who are here for the first time, we recently started our wellness club that will allow members to purchase wellness products at factory direct pricing. So what I want to do now is show how this can make a difference for you. Let's see.
What if everything you thought you knew about brain health was wrong? Doctors across the country are now making a stunning discovery. Your brain fog, your forgetfulness, your anxiety, your fatigue, they don't actually start in your brain, they start in your gut. There is no such thing as normal brain aging. The brain should not age. With the right knowledge, you can maintain healthy brain function beyond 100 years old. So the question isn't just how do you protect your brain? The question is, what is destroying it in the first place? And why haven't you been told about the real solution? Your gut and brain are inseparable. Here's something medical schools are only now beginning to teach. Your gut and your brain were formed from the same fetal tissue in the womb. From the moment you're born, they are inextricably linked through what scientists call the gut-brain axis. They are in constant two-way communication. Every second of every day, 95% of serotonin, our happy neurotransmitter, is actually made and stored in the gut, not the brain. And here's where it gets alarming. Alzheimer's doesn't start at the moment of diagnosis. It starts 30 years before. Brain fog, memory lapses, anxiety, depression. These aren't just annoyances. Leading researchers now believe these are the early warning signs of neurodegeneration already underway. Neurodegeneration can progress over time unless the process is stopped and reversed. It all comes down to your cells. Your body is made of roughly 70 to 75% water, a periodic table of minerals, and several pounds of microbes creating the chemistry of life. But here's what's happening to millions of people right now. Toxic metals and chemicals are building up inside their cells. Critical minerals are being depleted from their food and soil. Oxygen levels inside their cells are dropping dangerously low. Beneficial gut microbes are dying off. These are the very microbes that feed your brain. When waste builds up in your body, it leads to low oxygen. Low oxygen leads to bad microbes. Bad microbes lead to symptoms and disease. That toxic cycle triggers inflammation that leads to cognitive decline. These are the exact symptoms that doctors are finally linking back to the gut. When the microbiome changes, the brain can clean itself. Research shows it can even clear the amyloid plaques associated with Alzheimer's. Imagine that! The healing capacity of the brain is incredible when the gut is returned to homeostasis and the cause of inflammation is removed. So the real question is, what does it take to change the microbiome, restore cellular health, and give your brain what it needs to heal? Introducing Teratol humic and fulvic minerals. Deep in the earth, ancient plant matter has been decomposing for hundreds, sometimes thousands of years, creating one of the most powerful healing compounds ever discovered, fulvic acid. Fulvic acid has an ultra-small molecular size, small enough to travel anywhere in the body and enter every single cell. It works at the intersection of all three pillars of life: water, minerals, and microbes. What Teratol does. Inside your body, first is detox and chelation. Fulvic acid is the most powerful natural chelator known to man. It binds to toxic metals, pesticides, and chemical waste, and carries them out of your cells and out of your body. This is the cleanup of your gut and brain that doctors have been talking about. Second is nutrient delivery. Nutrients too large to enter the cell are broken down into micronutrients and then delivered them to every cell of your body. Without this function of fulvic acid, most of the nutrients you consume would simply go to waste. And better nutrient absorption means better brain function. Third is oxygen and cellular energy. Teratol is rich in bioactive carbon and molecular oxygen. Oxygen your cells can use directly. More oxygen means higher cellular voltage. And cells cannot heal when voltage is low. Higher voltage equals better repair, more energy, and real longevity. Fourth is microbiome restoration. Fulvic acid creates the ideal environment for the beneficial, oxygen-breathing microbes. The exact microbes responsible for healing tissue, regulating immunity, and feeding your brain through the gut-brain axis. It also enhances the enzymatic reactions your body runs hundreds of thousands of times every single second. This is exactly what the research is pointing to. Heal the gut and you heal the brain. And that gave her life back to enjoy her kids and grandkids. When doctors and researchers talk about healing the gut to heal the brain, they're talking about exactly what Teratol delivers at the cellular level. Removing heavy metals, environmental toxins and poisons, restoring vital minerals, flooding the body with oxygen, and rebuilding the microbiome. Patients who prioritized gut health reported brain fog lifting, sometimes within days, deeper, more restful sleep, improved mood and reduced anxiety, sharper thinking and better memory, more energy and less fatigue, better digestion and overall well-being. Teratol gives your body the foundational tools to do what those doctors describe, naturally, safely, and at the cellular level. What makes Teratol different? Teratol humic and fulvic minerals provide bioavailable trace minerals in ionic form, 70+ essential minerals in their most absorbable form, massive antioxidant capacity to neutralize free radical damage, natural electrolyte support for hydration at the cellular level, cellular detox without harsh side effects or toxicity, increased cellular voltage for real lasting energy. It delivers nutrients, removes toxins, recycles waste, recharges cells, all at once every single day. Although largely ignored by modern medicine, fulvic acid is as essential to life as water and oxygen. The choice is yours. Scientists are clear. Our food choices and what we give our cells can literally make the difference between winding up in a nursing home waiting for death or climbing mountains. Brain experts are now saying your brain can remain fully functional beyond 100 years. It doesn't have to decline. Your gut and brain can heal, your cells can recharge, but none of that happens on its own, not in the world we live in today. If you're serious about living a long, healthy life with total cognitive function, then it's time to give your cells what they actually need. Don't wait for your health to decline before you take action. Get fulvic and humic minerals for your gut, your brain, your life. Start Terratol today.
You've just seen the connection between the gut and the brain. But what I was taught in both nutrition and iridology is that pretty much all disease begins in the gut. And these products help restore balance in the gut, thereby benefiting every organ of the body. But I want to be clear, these products don't cure or treat any disease. They simply assist the body nutritionally in doing all of the things that it was designed to do. So when you see it like that, it starts to make sense, right? What if a simple daily habit that takes you less than a minute a day could help regulate your mind and body? We recently created our Wellness Club as a way that our members can access these products at factory direct pricing, and it also can be a way to pay for the products you personally use and perhaps put a little extra money in your pocket. Now, let's go ahead and look at our next, watch our next video.
What if a wellness club didn't just save you money, but had the potential to make you rich? Imagine paying factory direct prices for premium wellness products, lower than wholesale, and earning monthly recurring income every time you share access. Welcome to the BDM Wellness Club. Here's how markets work. Manufacturers sell to distributors. Distributors sell to retail stores. Retail stores sell to customers, with markup after markup. Everyone profits, except the consumer. BDM Wellness Club is different. Club members buy direct from the factory, at distributor level pricing, no middlemen, no retail markup, just premium wellness products at the lowest possible prices, with an income opportunity that pays members, not corporations. Cost to join, $10 monthly for the first 1,000 members. Founding members are grandfathered for life, $12 monthly for everyone else. That's less than most people waste every single day. Here's how you get paid, and this is where it gets interesting. Earn $4 per month from each of your first 4 personal referrals. Referral number 5 and beyond pays you $8 per month. Earn $8 monthly pass-up commissions through your team structure. A modest-sized team, averaging 4 referrals through 5 levels and consisting of only 64 people, can generate $496 in monthly income. Go to 10 levels and your income potential exceeds $16,000 per month. Personally refer just 6 people, and the model shows an earning potential of over $32,000 monthly. Think you can't do this? Think again. Here's what could potentially happen by referring just 1 person. That person will pay you $4 a month and pass up 2 persons who each pay you $8 a month. That's $20 a month to you. That's more than you are paying for your own membership. Those 2 pass up 2 each. That's 4 times 8 equals $32 a month. Next level, $64. Then, $128. Then, $256 a month, and it doesn't stop there. You can get paid 100 levels deep and deeper. Why this is powerful? You're not selling products, you're not buying inventory, you're not chasing customers, you're sharing access. Access to lowest pricing, access to better health. You get access to a system that turns a small monthly decision into long-term leverage. Who do you know that wouldn't want to pay less, feel better, and earn more? Let's be real, $10 a month won't break you, but the decision you make with that $10 could change everything. Everyone spends money, but only intentional people position it where it can multiply and change their lives forever. Thinkers snooze. Procrastinators lose. What are you waiting for? Join today, and I'll see you on the inside.
Okay, so I am now honored to introduce the person who provides these products to us at such a phenomenal price, and that would be Gary Carlson. Gary, are you there?
Yes, hi, John.
Do you need to share screen?
Sure, I'd be happy to do that.
Okay.
And welcome, everyone. Thanks for joining tonight. We're super excited to be partnering with the BDM community and providing the Wellness Club with some amazing options. Let me go over to, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Excellent. In that video, it talked a little bit about the importance of oxygen and blood flow. And I just wanted to point out that under this is our Terramune Health website, under our clinical page, you scroll to the bottom, and we have all kinds of resources. There's great information on the website that you can take your time and look at. But as you scroll to the bottom of the clinical page, our medical director, Dr. Nelson, he wanted to see the effects of 500 milligrams of humic acid, which is in the Terratal green labeled product. So what he did is he did some microscopy, some microscopic peripheral blood smears on a 65-year-old man in his clinic in St. Petersburg, Florida. And these are going to be the before and after the Terratal humic and fulvic. So this image on the left is not as magnified, but it is a blood smear. And as you can see, it looks a little kind of congested. The one on the right, that's magnified and it shows these are blood platelets. And you can see this kind of a stacking effect. They're all kind of bunched together. They call that rouleau formation. And then 30 minutes after 500 milligrams of humic and fulvic, another blood smear was taken. And this is the after view. So you can see on the left, it's starting to open up more. And then look at the platelets on the right compared to before humic and fulvic. When you have separation like that, you have good flow of oxygen, good flow of blood, good flow of nutrients, good flow of everything. And that's beautifully ties in with the video that John presented. So I just like to feature that and I can open up to any questions.
I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes.
Does that thin the blood like a blood thinner, or is it just rearrange the cells, or what is the kind of the science behind that?
It's a great question, Peter. Um, the way that our founder, Randy, had shared this with us is that one of the first functions of humic and fulvic is to modulate blood viscosity. So it's not a thinner per se, but it is a viscosity balancing. So if your blood is a little thin, it can thicken it. If it's a little thick, it can thin it. And that's one of the incredible functionalities of this natural mineral complex that God created.
If we go back to the slides you had there of the blood. So
Yes.
when the platelets are they call it the rouleau effect. They look like pancakes stacked on top of each other. So instead of the blood being able to flow through the vessels one platelet at a time, you have many platelets together trying to go through that same space. And so that prevents the blood from flowing normally. So again, it's not thinning the blood per se, but it's causing the blood cells to separate and allow them to flow through the blood vessels one platelet at a time. So if the reason you're on a blood thinner, for example, is because your blood is clumped together in this Rouleau effect, you may be able to reduce the amount of blood thinner or eventually get completely off of it. This is something you would want to monitor with your doctor, but there are people that have come completely off of blood thinners. Not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying that, or that could possibly happen. When you give the body what it needs, the body was designed to heal itself. So it has somewhat magical powers when given the right conditions to to heal itself. Any other questions?
John, I'm on blood thinner, and I have uh, um, a replacement valve. Okay, they want me to have my blood between 2.5 and 3.5, and then they monitor it every 2 weeks or once a month. So if I take the fulvic acid, what's that going to do with my blood?
Well, just understand that the fulvic acid is not a medicine. It's not a drug. It's simply a food. It's an ancient plant source. So the only thing it's providing is things that you're probably lacking in the food that you're currently eating. So these are just simply natural organic nutrients that you should be getting on a regular basis, and you're not in a standard American diet.
I can add just a personal testimonial too, if this would be helpful. During that COVID period, I don't even like to say that word. I wanted to get my mom to start using Humic and Fulvic. So at that time, she was 81 years old and has had a long history of AFib. So on warfarin, Coumadin, with her regular checks, and her cardiologist was really, really talented as a cardiologist, old school, and I brought all the information about Humic and Fulvic to his office a couple of weeks before her next appointment, and asked him to review that and then let her know at the appointment what he thought as her cardiologist of 20 plus years. And he told her he would have no issue with her being on Humic and Fulvic. So she started on that and was on it intermittently. There wasn't any significant changes that she had to make, but she avoided sicknesses, and she's about to turn 88 and still takes it intermittently. So that's a pretty positive outcome.
Okay, any other questions? Great questions, by the way. Definitely appreciate you being here, Gary. You always
Yes, I have a question.
Sure, go ahead.
Are you shipping internationally yet? And if not, about how far is that off?
Great question. Thank you. We are so dangerously close to going live with that. The functionality of our website is being built, and at this point, the only thing that we're doing right now is adding in the right plugin for international shipping. We have found that the U.S. Postal Service is the least expensive way to ship. It's also a little slower, but it's significantly less money. We've done a lot of comparisons, and when you grow to a big enough volume, then you can make deals with all of the shipping companies. But right now, as we grow, the best shipping rates, for the consumer too, is U.S. Postal Service. So we're just loading all of the proper plugins literally as we speak, and I'm hoping that by the end of the week we'll be ready to go. But I'll certainly let people know on either one of the webinars. I'll let John know right away as soon as we're ready to start shipping internationally.
That's good news. Thank you, sir.
Yes, you're very welcome. And we do, just for an update, we have a very large group in South Africa that is ready to place an order of over 100 bottles. We have multiple folks in Australia ready to go. We have folks in Canada that can't wait to get humic and fulvic. So we have a lot of folks around the globe that we can't wait to get product in and start making people healthier.
I have people in the Philippines that need it, and so I'm looking forward to it.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Yeah, and
Sure.
people in the third world countries. I'm assuming this group in Africa is the ones in our group that use the fulvic acid from our other company. And they had so many miracles because the people there are so deficient in minerals, so absolutely deficient in minerals, that when they started taking the fulvic minerals, they literally had miracle after miracle after miracle. And so, yeah, I've been getting messages from some of these people, and they're asking, when can we get the product? It's going to be very exciting for them and for us as well, because they'll bring numbers of people to our member base.
Sure. I can add just one other thing. In the process of getting quotes, what we did find, and this is just I believe a smarter consumer way to do it. The cost to ship, for example, to any of the countries I just mentioned, is the same cost if you ship one bottle versus if you ship three. Once you go beyond three, then the number changes. But one, two, or three bottles, it's the same price. So for me, and it's going to take a little time to get there, I would suggest buying 3 bottles at a time. That way you're not paying any more for the shipping than if you bought one, and then you can time your future purchases, because this isn't a subscription where you get an auto shipment. There's no obligation to buy. So that we'll put some notes together about that, but it looks like that's a good way to purchase it to cut down on the per bottle shipping cost.
Definitely, and that goes probably even in the U.S. Get 3 bottles instead of one.
Absolutely.
And the beauty of the wellness club is there's no obligation to order every month. And just by sharing with 3 people, your membership is paid for. If you share beyond that, you start to actually make a little money. And there will be some people that will get really serious about it and make a lot of money. But really, the object here is just to help people however they need to be helped. I know that a lot of you people would like to share with others, and that's exactly why we created the 60-second reset. If you're looking at your screen, how many of you understand what a marketing funnel is? And I want to show you how simple this is. It starts with a simple offer that grabs attention in what we call a capture page. So here's the offer right here. Discover the 60-second mind-body reset that clears mental fog, boosts energy, and improves sleep. If they like that offer, what we call a hook, they will probably watch the video. Let's go ahead and look at this short video.
Do you struggle with mental fog, low energy, or restless nights? You're not alone. As we age, energy dips, focus fades, and sleep often suffers, leaving your mind and body out of balance. Introducing the 60-second mind-body reset, a simple daily routine that helps clear mental fog, restore energy, reduce stress, and even improve your sleep, all in just 1 minute a day. By taking just 1 minute each day to reset your mind and body, you'll feel sharper, calmer, more rested, and energized. Click below to get your free 60-second mind-body reset guide and start feeling clearer, more energized, and sleeping better tonight.
John,
Yes.
you have a question? You have a question in the chat. Where do we get the link to buy the product, the fulvic acid?
Okay, I'll go through that momentarily.
All right.
All right. So let's finish this thread here, and then we'll talk about that. So those who are interested enough to leave their name and email address will start receiving 25 emails over a period of the next 44 days. And we can actually add more emails if we need to. We can take this and run it out for months. So here they would, after watching the video, leave their name, their email address, and their phone number. And they would click through here, which will, they're going to get a pop-up telling them to check their email, verify their email address. So they're going to immediately get an email to verify. And they're also going to, they'll end up getting 3 or 4 emails very first day. One of them will be the reset guide. And so this is what the expert marketers use to make millions of dollars. Back in the day when I was marketing for other companies, I built funnel systems for my downline members. And because they had a system of duplication, our success was unparalleled. Many average people have become super successful using a funnel system. And now there are companies out there that will rent you a funnel system, which is a software that does most of the heavy lifting, does all the follow-up. They charge a monthly fee, typically ranging between $27 and $119 per month. And after that, after you rent the software, you have to create your own emails. So we've done all of that for you. We're giving you a funnel system that costs you absolutely nothing. Great value. So minimum of $27 to $120 a month. And you have all the work done for you. The emails are already written. So the capture page we're looking at right here, it has 25 emails that automatically follow up with your prospects over the next 44 days. All right, so let's look at when you log into your dashboard. Number one, under marketing tools, here you've got landing pages and capture pages. The one we were just looking at is one of the capture pages right here. So we were looking at the 60-second reset. And this, I believe, is going to be a great draw. So many people today are suffering from brain fog and, hundreds of different symptoms. It could just simply be, knee pain, joint pain, back pain. So many things that we're not saying there's any cures here, but could very well benefit from taking this product. Okay, how to purchase the minerals right here. Go to make a purchase. Here's the wellness products right here. Gary, have these instructions changed?
Let's
Or are they still the
see,
same?
Commune Health, shop products, add to cart, BDM code, apply. Nope, they're the same. And as soon as as soon as the functionality, we're working on that so that the BDM Wellness Club members will eventually not have to worry about a discount code. It'll just be they'll automatically be identified as a Wellness Club member, and that'll just save a nice step to not think about. But right now, yes, we're
Right.
still putting in a discount code BDM.
So you'd click here, go to terraimmunehealth.com, and just follow these steps right here. You're going to have to use, at the time of checkout, at the time you go to pay, you're going to add the code, the discount code. Oh, where am I seeing it? Right here. There's your discount code right here. And that will subtract the price, give you the discount right at the time of checkout. Any other questions as far as the back office is concerned?
Yes, has the discount code been changed? It used to have another two letters
Yeah.
after that.
Yeah, BDMWC. This is the current code, I believe. Gary, is that right?
Yeah, we had BDMWC for BDM Wellness Club, and that for some reason got a little funky with a couple folks. So I just created a different code, BDM.
Simple is better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True enough. Okay, so how can you benefit personally? How will everything we've shown you today benefit you? Let's talk about health. What dollar value can you put on better health? I think it was Steve Jobs said, he was one of the richest men in the world, multi-billionaire, created iPhones and Apple computers, and at the end of his life, he couldn't buy his health back. He sacrificed his health to get his wealth, and then he used a lot of his wealth to try to get his health back, and was unable to do that. So Steve is no longer with us. So we really can't put a price on health. And the small amount of money that you would pay here to help, prevent a loss of health, to help to maintain your health, is incredibly low in comparison to what is going to save you down the road, I believe, in medications and doctor bills and hospital bills, etc. So it could be a substantial amount of money. How much are you paying right now to maintain your health or try to get health back that you've already lost? Are you on some kind of medications? Are you taking different supplements? Maybe you're taking 4 or 5 supplements, or maybe even more. Could be costing you, a minimum of $100 to $300 a month on health products that you're spending already. And what I can tell you, in many cases, you'll be able to eliminate some of those other products that you're taking, because the fulvic humic minerals are going to increase the absorption of nutrients that you're getting from your food and from your supplements. If you're going to share this with other people, what's the value that we're offering you here as a company? This website, it's $1 million website, folks. You may remember the government building the Obamacare website. It was multi-billions of dollars that they spent on that website, and it didn't have near the functionality that our website here has. So literally, this is a million or multi-million dollar website. We're giving you the capture pages, the landing pages, all of these marketing tools that cost you absolutely nothing. And as time goes on, we'll be, fine-tuning these things. We're just in the process right now of really taking what we've built to market. our primary focus up to this point has just been building the foundation, building the infrastructure, so you have something that's going to be here long term, so a place where you can plant your roots and not have to be looking for a new opportunity tomorrow or next week or next year or even 5 or 10 years from now. That you will have something that will be ongoing. You can build a solid foundation here that will pay you month after month, year after year, and something that you can even pass on to your children, your grandchildren, future generations. So there are many, many things that you're receiving for a very, very small cost. So what does it cost you to be a member of the Wellness Club? Right now it's $10 a month. What can you be saving? Well, if you're eliminating some of your other health products, that could be substantial. Maybe you're saving $100, $200. If you're using even just one product, you're going to be saving more from just one of the Teratol products every month than it's costing you for your membership. So you're still saving what you would be paying. Now, if we look at the cost of these products, about 14 years ago, I was selling a fulvic acid product, and I believe it was coming out of the same mine that today's product is coming from. We had a 2-ounce bottle of liquid, little dropper bottle. It had the equivalent of maybe 1 or 2 capsules of our humic fulvic minerals. The equivalent of 1 or 2 capsules in this 2-ounce bottle with 2 ounces of water, and we were selling that for $49. That was a month's supply. And so people were taking about 3 drops of this a day. And even with 3 drops, many, many people were feeling a difference. Okay. So that's how important that these minerals are. That's really not the amount that your body needs, but even that small amount, because people are so deficient in these minerals, that small amount can make a difference. I was doing research to see what I could find, comparable fulvic acid products. Now there are a number of different ones out there, and many of them simply don't work. They're garbage. And so how do you know which ones are, the real ones? And you have to look at the chemical analysis, etc. And you kind of have to know what you're doing. And so this is what I've done for 50 plus years. I've been a health researcher. I've tested hundreds, if not thousands, of different products. I've worked with numerous people in sharing different products, from my knowledge, talking about their symptoms. And when I was practicing iridology, I would use the same kind of a scope that an eye doctor would use, magnify the eye 10,000 times, a 10,000 time magnification, so you can see right down into the very fine tissues of the iris of the eye. And although they don't claim, legally you can't claim it, it's a diagnostic tool, it really is, because you can see what's going on in the different organs of the body. So there are actually over 90 different reflex points. You may be familiar with acupuncture or reflexology. And so there's different meridians in the body. And the eyes, we're told, are the windows of the soul being the body and the mind of man, or the spirit and body of man. And so using, this tool and looking in a person's eye, you can see what's really going on in the different tissues of the body. You can see where there's inflammation. You can see where there's degeneration. And oftentimes when you see degeneration, it ends up being cancer. But by using this tool and then suggesting different nutrients, and one of the prime ones was the humic fulvic minerals. You could literally, sometimes in a matter of a couple of weeks, see the healing process begin to take place, new tissue being created in the iris of the eye, brand new tissue, which was simply a reflection of what was going on in that same organ. So again, the value that you're getting here is absolutely tremendous. And what's it costing you? $10 a month plus whatever products you're going to use. Very, very small cost. So the question is, what are you going to do with it? And then when you decide that you want to try these products and you begin to see the results yourself, are you going to keep that secret to yourself, or are you going to share it with others? Zig Ziglar said you can have everything in life that you want if you help enough other people get what they want. And what do other people want? A survey that was taken some 10, 12 years ago. 90+% of the people in that survey said they wanted better health, or more wealth and better health. Money was first, health was second, but those were the two most desirable things that people wanted in their lives. So we have both. You have a way to offer people better health, substantially better health, I believe. Again, we can't make any claims, but going on many, many years of study, research, and working with other people, I personally, from experience, know what these products do. And they're just simply a great blessing in people's lives. So with that, do we have any other questions or comments before we close?
John, this is Gary.
I have a question.
Go ahead, Peter.
Do you use PayQuicker, or how do you get paid?
Right now we use Wise, which deposits money directly into your bank account.
Okay. Another question is the three for the shipping efficiency, that's mix and match. They're all the same weight, are they?
Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead, Gary.
I just wanted to add, because you were talking about other humic products, and just for a reference for everyone, we do have on our clinical page under the resources, we post our current extraction of humic acid from New Mexico with the analysis that's on there. And I'll tell you what the number is, but before I do, just as another reference point, common soil has about 1 to 2% humic and fulvic in just common soil. Good, healthy soil has 5% or so. And then a lot of supplement companies that will buy from humic acid deposits, there are different levels depending on the deposit. We believe we have amongst the best deposits in the world that we mine from in New Mexico, mined by third generation family business. They are part of our team. You'll see them on the About page, the Reed family. And we never put anything that's less than 70% humic acid analysis into our capsules. Our current analysis is 85.14% humic acid. That's amazing.
I've only found two products that I think are this quality, and probably from the same mine. They may have a different processor, and that makes a difference too. I'm looking at one right here, and it's $119 for, let's see, 15, for 1 ounce of fulvic acid, $119. I saw another one. I don't have it right in front of me. Some time back, and it was a 1 ounce for $99. It may have been the same company. Maybe they've increased their price, but folks, you're getting absolute value here, unbelievable value for what we're offering to you, and that should really get you out there sharing it with other people, because there's nothing out there that compares in price or quality, and I believe what it will do for people once they start on the products. Now, we had some really great testimonials last week. If any of you are here that have got some testimonials, very quickly, if you'd like to share, even if you shared it before, we've always got new people, and the people that were, they love to hear the testimonies again. So it helps them, remember them and be able to repeat them. So we'd love to hear a couple testimonials if you don't mind coming forward. Okay, don't be shy. All right, well, as we close, I just want to thank each and every one of you for being here. We've got several new people on the call. Appreciate you and those who thought enough about you to invite you. Now, that's how we grow this. It's all about, I think life, to me, is about helping others. If that's what keeps me going, I can't imagine what I would do if I wasn't doing what I'm doing, if I wasn't helping other people. I mean, I couldn't sit and watch TV all the time. About a week of vacation, or maybe 2 weeks, that's enough for me. What I really enjoy doing is helping other people, and that's where I get the most fulfillment, the most enjoyment out of life, is knowing that I'm doing something that's benefiting other people. So I hope you're the same. Let's really make an effort to share this story with as many others as we can. And with that, we'll say good night. God bless. See you on our next event, which will be Thursday. And bye for now.